Hello and welcome to Tarot from the Crypt. I am Lotus God Sage, and today we are about to get into a water sign Pisces read. This will be a 2-week read for Pisces to begin August. So, I'm going to shuffle the deck a little bit here, and we'll get into this read for you here, Pisces. See what Tarot has to offer. The first card we have for you, Pisces, is the Ace of Swords. And then we have the Empress in reverse, followed by the Queen of Wands in reverse. Very decisive feminine energy coming out here in your read to begin with, Pisces. And to end this first row off, we have the Magician in reverse. You begin on a 1 and you end on a 1. Some of you guys might, or gals, might be feeling like you're stuck in place, or you're caught in a cycle. It doesn't really have that much variance. It's just like spinning around in one place kind of cycle. Not like spinning around in one place and then moving around in a circle. You don't even get that much movement with your Empress and your Queen of Wands here in reverse. You know, very powerful energy, feeling confined. You know, the Ace of Swords starts off as an opportunity for clarity, an opportunity to see clear. The swords representing clarity and a transparency of sight. You start off with the opportunity to see things clear through discernment and through practical, precise viewpoints. But, and I have to throw the but in, as we come up to the Empress in reverse, it may be this, although I don't get that because your Ace of Wands here is upright. I don't believe that it's your own personal nature that's causing this turbulence within the Empress and within the Queen of Wands. You know, the Queen of Creations and the figurehead for movement and showing you how to bring things about. You know, there's some stifling here. You are the Empress. You are the Queen of Queens. Yet, your Queen of One nature, just like your Empress nature, here is being suppressed. You know, whether you're a masculine energy with imbalanced and out of tune feminine aspects that are being cut away by your nature and by your if you're a masculine energy, I'm getting, you know, eagerness to start, just the intensity at which you start might cut off, or might have you cut off from your feminine aspects, because we end here also with a masculine energy, the Magician. You know, the card about super creation, about cosmic creation, about creation across all fronts. You know, it's coming up inverted here. So if you're a feminine energy, if you identify with a feminine energy, then this read here so far says to me that there's something you're seeing here in the beginning that's not sitting right with you. And if you're a masculine energy, and if you identify with a more masculine, you know, marker, then I see that the way you begin things is cutting out your more softer, feminine, motherly nature. And to start off here, we have the Ten of Vessels in reverse, the Ten of Cups in reverse, the Two of Arrows inverted, or the Two of Swords inverted, and the Green Man down here on the Green Man Magician. But this Green Man is the Emperor. So we have the Empress and the Emperor showing up here when you read Pisces. And very much on this lower level here, a beginning and an ending, a beginning and an ending of emotional relevance. But this Two of Arrows here falling in between your Queen of Wands and your Empress, you know, there's an injustice about the Two of Swords. There's a choice, and if you are a feminine energy, I'm also getting that, you know, you might be trying to keep your dagger sheathed and covered in a situation where you're dealing with another strong feminine energy. There could be two strong feminine energies clashing here, because the Two of Arrows that bridges this Empress and also this Queen of Wands is a female character as well. You know, her foot is on her bow and she has her two arrows across her heart, trying to make sure that the scales of justice are balanced with this feather and with these coins over here. You know, with this materialism and with value and with love and appreciation related to it. There might be two female identities here clashing, whether they're within you or whether only one of those identities actually exists within you. But with the Ten of Vessels, the Ten of Cups, happiness here in reverse, you know, this is the end, and this is not the time that I would like to see the Ten of Vessels in reverse, because the Ten of Vessels is about abundance and the celebration of happiness. And it's maybe that this conflict here between these feminine dynamics is dampening the happiness and the joy and celebration that can be about here with all this power of Queen, Empress, Emperor, Magician. You know, all these people are very capable and powerful here in the situation. It's just, there seems to be a clashing dynamic going on here. So we'll go to the animal spirit deck. To constrict this reading a little bit further. And we have the rabbit in reverse and the beaver upright. The rabbit, an earth card, and the beaver, a water card. To go for clarification on your rabbit here, you know, usually a card about fertility and just a routine that's very productively followed. But the rabbit is also being about afraid of everything and being overwhelmed and frozen. And when it's out of balance, it over explains and it talks fast. You know, it's the white rabbit that's giving you the opportunity to chase. You know, it's getting ahead of you. But the rabbit loves to remind his friends that someday the eagle will swoop down and eat him. He talks and talks about it so loudly, in fact, that one day the eagle hears and thanks him for the great idea that the rabbit has given him. The rabbit energy is alive when we are scared, most often about the future, and we become our own worst enemy. We spin up a dust cloud of fear and then complain to others that we are lost. Notice your thoughts and words. Oh rabbit, they shape your destiny. So if there's a clashing here of female energies, that is a very powerful message about celebration and a coalescing of all the coolness, you know, condensing all the capability here within all of the characters. So, sorry that I put that down. I'm gonna go right here to your beaver. Was just so enamored by you know, the reading of the rabbit. That was my first time coming across that card here, Pisces. But we do end on the beaver, a water card, much like the otter, but beavers are their own distinct creatures. It's a hard worker, loyal and tireless. When in balance, it's happy and its work is meaningful. You know, a type of self-service animal, creating the dams and creating the lodges and creating a physical environment, you know, that's conducive to survival in all types of weather, whether your emotions are frozen over and you can't break through the top of the lake, or whether the water is thawed and it's, you know, easy to traverse from underwater to above water. You know, the beaver card. It's very much also, now I think about them, a user of wands here, with your queen of wands. All the trees and all of the sticks that the beaver trims and carefully selects to create its habitat can be interpreted as wands. So the queen of wands here is very much in existence of the feminine beaver and how it masters and uses all the wands around, all the tools to bring about creation and happiness. But to end this up here, Pisces, with one pull from the crypt deck, we have the Seven of Swords. You know, also a card about assessing the matter. You know, once again, swords being about insight and clarity. And in this situation, the swords that are burdening the character are not necessarily surrounding them, but he has chosen 5 and he has 2 on the ground, and he's walking out with his 5 but still looking back at the 2, you know, reflecting upon the decision he's made with those particular swords. You know, we end your reading with the 7 of Swords coming off the Ace of Swords, and it's two very good sword cards, because they don't indicate the confinement and the double-edged nature, and they don't necessarily pertain to the swords and how they cut you and how they confine you, but still they pertain to how they burden and hinder you. So with the 7 of Swords upright here, Pisces, I do see you in control of trying to steer the situation in the right direction, whether it's keeping away conflict or keeping yourself fighting with the right sword for the right reasons. This has been your 2-week read to start August 2020, Pisces. And as always, much love and peace from Lotus God Sage, your reader. from the tarot from the crypt. Peace.